Pretti-Frontczak, and this is a quick video tutorial of our PD for Paris On Demand Part 1 course dashboard. And so the very beginning of this dashboard is there's a quick welcome from my dear friend and colleague, Dr. Julie Costin, and from myself. And then in this section here in blue is a quick kind of overview about how to navigate through this course. If you're ready just to dive in, keep scrolling. If you are working at this at your own pace or in a small group or a book study, you might just want to take a minute and see what your options are for moving through the content. If you need anything at any time, click this button here and we'll be right back in touch with you. A couple of quick things before we get into the content. You definitely want to check out our Facebook community. That's a place where you can get questions answered by all of us that are thinking about how best to support children and students from pre-K through 12th grade. You'll also want to download your certificate for getting credit, basically, for making your way through this course. There's also content or ideas or downloads or processes, maybe is the best word, to kind of document what you're learning. That's anywhere from taking notes to taking quizzes. None of this is required. It's all optional. But let's get into the good stuff. There are 4 sessions in this series, and I'm going to walk you through session 1, and then just know that all of them look the same. So here in session 1, we have a video, a link to an audio, a graphic record, and a drop-down with additional handouts and resources. So you can start right in. You can jump into the video. You'll know that it's 1 hour and 35 minutes. All of them vary anywhere from about 45 minutes to an hour and a half. But when they're longer, we encourage you to take breaks. We encourage you to pause the recording, to reflect, to read other things, to watch a podcast or listen to a podcast and so forth. So you can watch it, listen to it, or download the graphic record with the big ideas. You can also get all of the handouts and resources. Keep in mind, we mentioned these during the recording. We actually talked to you about accessing your handouts, accessing the key PowerPoint slides. We talk about an article, or we talk about a blog or a Reach for the Stars map. So all of that is found here in your drop-down. And then in particular, during the recordings, there are slides with yellow stars on them. And those yellow stars are indications that you can turn to your book, the Paraprofessionals Handbook 2nd edition, and we tell you what page. And if you don't have the book, we have a link here for you to be able to download the handout, write on it, print it, and think more deeply about whatever it is we might have been talking about. So that sort of process repeats 4 times. Session 1, Session 2, Session 3, Session 4. Here's the recording, audio, big ideas, and then a drop down with things that you can learn before you watch the recording, pause the recording, go deeper into something we've referenced, or even after the fact for those of you who want to explore this topic more. And then you're going to scroll down until you see a section here in pink. This is all the bonus content. You can go in any order. You could start with the bonuses. You could do the bonuses in between the sessions. You can even start with session number 4. Totally up to you. And so there's some stuff about mindsets. There's 23 of the most frequently asked questions that we receive from paraprofessionals along with our answers. And then there's a recording with advice from our dear friend Otto Lanner, who gives everyone just an insight into what it means to be supported by a paraprofessional. You can certainly connect with Julie and myself across social media platforms, and we encourage you to do so. And then if there's time, space, energy, we invite you to know that this story continues, and you can join us for part 2 once you finish part 1. So there you go. At a glance, there's ways to stay connected with us. There's ways to go deeper with the bonus content. There are 4 sessions that have the content for you in multiple ways: video, audio, print, and even visual. And then you can keep documentation of your learning and certainly join us in our Facebook community.